We just drove to Altadena, and just happened upon this block, got out, and I imagine it is like that. And you hear these explosions. There was an explosion that I caught. I put it on Instagram about 20 minutes ago from a house right down there. Just heard an explosion, and that is, gas canisters, propane tanks go off. So you hear these steady booms off in the distance, or sometimes uncomfortably close. But look, see, that's the crew I was talking to before. They've now moved down. They're scoping out. Let's walk over. They're looking at these houses. I'm assuming if they're going to stop here, maybe they would have decided these are defensible houses, and they're going to try to do what they can. There was a woman who lives in that house, that second house down there, about 5 minutes ago. We saw her on her lawn, and she looked very confused. And I mean, I'm no expert, but I said to her, I think you should leave. And she did. She had actually come back to just get some stuff. But when this house exploded, and it was quite loud, I think that freaked her out and made her realize maybe she should get out. Anyway, she got in her vehicle. She got her cat. She's gone. But it looks like this fire truck now, it looks like they're just going somewhere else. It's an extraordinary thing. 30 minutes from here in Hollywood or West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, there's coffee shops open, and you can see smoke in the air. You get in your car, you come here. These areas are blocked off, but it's so close to where regular life is continuing. And for the people on this block, their lives now are forever changed. Look, this fire is now spreading down this block. We've been watching this. Here's what happened on this block. This house was on flames. Let's walk over here. There's a down cable line, so we just want to be careful about that. Let's go around it. Okay, so now the house next door caught. This tree exploded into flames. You can see up in the palm trees now, those embers made those trees go on fire. I don't know if you can see through the smoke. Behind the palm trees, there are now these very tall vertical trees. I don't know much about shrubbery. I don't know what they're called, but they're huge, tall trees. They are now just like flames shooting up into the air. This second house now, that is just gone. That car, I believe that's the explosion we heard a short time ago that I recorded. But now look, it's spread down. This is new. Yeah, we've been watching. It then spreads from these trees. Look at all these embers. I don't know if you can pan up, but look at all these embers just flying up. You see them in the smoke. All of that. The winds are have died down here, but those can just get picked up by winds for miles, and they can go for miles and light down, fall on somebody's roof, and a whole new fire will pop up. So this house is gone. This house is now underway. The left side of this house is ignited, and also now the house nearby it. But literally, these embers are like snowflakes. They're falling all around us. The sun, this is what's so crazy. If you can't even see the sun, it is completely blacked out.
Julia Dang is back with us right now. Julia, we talk about Fryman Canyon. Michael looked that up on the map here. That's a lot like Runyon Canyon in that it's, sort of a wilderness area where a lot of people like to hike. It's very natural, a lot of vegetation.
That's exactly right. And it is a recipe for this kind of disaster. What you're looking at here, not just a house fire, but multiple homes now on fire. This is what we were afraid of when we saw that fire in the Hollywood Hills, right? We were looking at how close it was burning to homes along Waddle Drive. This is what we were terrified could happen, and it looks to me like this house is about to collapse. This 4-story house at the center of this firefight. We counted 2 homes on fire here, but I'm hearing it might actually be 3 structures. I'm trying to figure out if anybody was home when this started. I don't see any cars in this driveway, just firefighters. And look at that, this home now collapsing. Embers exploding from this house on Sunswept Drive at Veneta Place. This is south of Ventura Boulevard in Studio City, just behind Fryman Canyon. This is absolutely horrific.
What does the adjacent property look like? We see the second home on fire there. Can you pull out just a little bit and give us sort of an idea of how close in proximity the other homes are, what's around it?
this house looks like it could be on the verge of collapse as well. This fire, it's wind driven still. Wind's not as powerful as what we experienced earlier and on the west side of town. But look at those embers now flying through the air. Look to the left of the screen. You see where that spotlight is shining now? This fire could easily spread to homes nearby. They're packed in really tightly here on Sunswept Drive. If they don't get this under control quickly, I mean, this house, you see firefighters on the roof, this house could be in for the same fate. Fortunately, we're not seeing cars in these driveways. I think homeowners managed to get out right in time. But I'm going to widen out here and show you that house up on the right, the first one to fall victim to this fire. You saw this collapse live in our video from News Chopper 4 just moments ago. And they still do not have these flames under control.